When you trust people, things, processes, you will be anxious. You'll always be anxious. And you'll be living on antidepressant medication. Because you put your trust in something that's shaky. It sinks. It's unreliable. But if you put your trust in Allah, Allah always comes through. That's why the Prophet ﷺ said in Sunnah al-Tirmidhi, لَوْ أَنَّكُمْ تَتَوَكَّلُونَ عَلَى اللَّهِ حَقَّ تَوَكُّلِهِ. If only you trusted Allah the way He deserves, لَرَزَقَكُمْ كَمَا يَرْزُقُ الطَّيْرِ. He would have provided for you like He provides for the birds. They wake up in the morning with an empty stomach and they go to sleep at night with a full stomach. May Allah make us of the mutawakkilin, those who trust and rely upon Him. So we said the first mindset is, the first mindset that the name Ar-Razzaq gives you, you become generous. Second mindset, you trust Allah, you stop trusting people and processes and companies and banks and this, and you trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the third one, it makes you ambitious. You know, Muslims, we have very modest ambitions. You pick someone off the streets, a Muslim brother or Muslim sister, what's your ambitions in life? I want to get a minimum wage job. Yeah, Shaykh. One of your prophets, Sulaiman alayhi salam, when he made dua, he said, oh Allah, give me a kingdom nobody has ever had. That's how you should make dua. The Prophet says, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, إِذَا سَأَلْتُمُ اللَّهَ فَاسْأَلُوهُ الْفِرْدَوْسِ. If you're asking Allah something, ask Him for the penthouse of Jannah, Firdaus. Don't ask Him for the bottom. So I ask you, what do you want to achieve on this dunya? And you say, I want to get a B.Tech? No, Shaykh. You should be the PhD from Oxford. You should be at the United Nations. You should be the biggest business person in Manchester. You should be ambitious because you know Allah is going to provide for you, not yourself. So you should ask Allah ambitiously. Not just for the afterlife, but in this world too. Allah wants us to be people who look after this dunya and who benefit from this dunya. وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. Don't forget your part of this world. Be ambitious when you ask Allah. But ask Him so you can benefit others. Don't ask Him because you're greedy. Allah, I want a Lamborghini. Why? So I can drive on the day of Eid on Windsor Road and show people what sounds my engine makes. No, don't ask Allah. That's not ambition. That's foolishness. This lack of intelligence. Be ambitious, because the one who provides for you will give you a blank check. So why are you asking for £5? The check is blank, write whatever you want, because He will give you بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. The fourth mindset. So we said it makes you more generous. It makes you trust Allah. It makes you ambitious. And last but not least, it makes you not lose hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, many people, most people on earth today, your economic situation, your financial situation, you didn't choose it. There are people, 99.8% of the wealth of England is owned by a group of 2,000-3,000 people. Most buildings, assets, things in the UK is owned by, there's a lot of inequality. Most people have nothing, and then there's a tiny portion of people who own everything. In this situation, you might become somebody who's negative thinking. What's the point? Why should I work hard? Where am I going anyway? It doesn't matter. Allah chose for me to be poor, I'm just going to be poor for the rest of my life. Allah tells you in the Quran, وَاللَّهُ فَضَّلَ بَعْضَكُمْ عَلَى بَعْضٍ فِي الرِّزْقِ. Allah gave people different levels of rizq. Not by their choice, by the choice of Allah. Does that mean they are more pious? If you have more money, does that mean you're more pious? What does Musa alayhi salam say to Allah? رَبِّ قَدْ آتَيْتَ فِرْعَوْنَ وَمَلَأَهُ زِينَةً فِي الْأَرْضِ أَمْوَالًا. Oh Allah, you have given Fir'aun and his people all this money and all of this power. رَبَّنَا لِيُضِلُّوا عَنْ سَبِيلِكَ. How? Oh Allah, they will then use all of this money and power to destroy and to misguide people. This is the proof in the pudding. Rizq is not just money and food. The greatest rizq is guidance. Knowing Allah is Ar-Razzaq makes you hopeful. That wherever Allah has placed me in the ladder, am I wealthy, am I poor? Both are a test. If you are wealthy, the test is harder. Do you know why? Yes, tell me. Sorry? That is the test, that you don't show off and be arrogant. But why is the test of being wealthy harder than the test of being poor? Yes.
Because when you're poor, you truly feel like you need Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yes.
But after when you're rich, you think you don't need anyone.
Allahu Akbar.
So after that, you start to know.
It gets to your head. Yes, if you're poor, the hunger in your stomach will tell you need Allah. And you know you're being tested. But when you're wealthy, you don't realize you're being tested. You don't realize that what you have is a test from Allah and Allah will ask you for it. And that is why we should not always be eager and excited by material goods. Because with it comes a test. And yet at the same time, the Prophet ﷺ said, نِعْمَ الْمَالِ الصَّالِحِ لِلرَّجُلِ الصَّالِحِ. How excellent is it for a righteous person to be wealthy? That's a brilliant thing. Not a bad thing. But the wealth should be in our hand, not in our heart. And with this, we come to the end of today's lesson. Who's going to tell me the mindsets that we should take from the name of Allah, Ar-Razzaq? Gentlemen, don't let the kids shame you. Don't let them embarrass you. We need some of the uncles as well. Some of the older ones as well. Yes, Habib?
To be generous.
Ar-Razzaq means you feel generous. Yes, Ammi.
Rely on Allah.
You rely upon Allah, not on yourself, not on your CV, not on your salary. Yes, yes.
Being ambitious.
You be ambitious. You don't think small, you think big. Yes, Ammi at the back. Sorry? You think, optimist. You become, you don't be hopeless. Yes, you are hopeful. You have hope in Allah because Allah has provided when people had nothing. Yes. You become enslaved to Allah and not enslaved to wealth. You eat to live, you don't live to eat. Yes? I have a few more one-liners, but I save them for the future sessions. Any more?
I was going to ask you about it. You guys said 7.
No, there's 7. Imam Razi said there's 7 differences between Allah's rizq and human rizq. Yeah, but the mindsets, I think, are 4. They came on the spot, so I don't know how many I said in the end. But inshallah, we'll see what you come. Jazakumullahu khairan. One last thing before you all go. I'm going to tell one last thing before you all go. Ibrahim alayhi salam, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells him to go to the desert, middle of the desert, nothing there. He does ask Allah for rizq. But can anyone tell me, was that the first thing he asked Allah, or the second, or the third, or fourth?
Was it the first?
He thinks it's the first thing Allah asked him is the rizq. Anybody else?
I think first he said,
Good. Yes, Akmal. فاجعل أفئدة من الناس تهوي إليهم وارزقهم من الثمرات لعلهم يشكرون. So in what rank did rizq come? 3rd place. Imagine if you go to a desert, the first thing you're going to ask Allah for is, Allah, let me live, I need some food and water. What's the first thing Ibrahim alayhi salam asks Allah? Salah. Imagine. رَبِّ إِنِّي أَسْكَنْتُ مِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِي بِوَادٍ غَيْرِ ذِي زَرْعٍ عِنْدَ بَيْتِكَ الْمُحَرَّمِ. Oh Allah, I've left my family in a place with nothing, no vegetables, no land, nothing, next to your house. What's the first thing I need from you, oh Allah? Oh Allah, رَبَّنَا لِيُقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةِ. Make them people who pray salah. This is the greatest rizq, is to be connected to Allah. You might have no food, you might have no money, you might have no people, but if you have Allah, you have everything. فَجَعَلْ أَفْئِدَةً مِّنَ النَّاسِ تَهْوِي إِلَيْهِمْ. Oh Allah, make the hearts of people gather to them. Second thing, oh Allah, give them community. Before he asks Allah, give them food, give them people who love them. Because where there's community, there's food. And third, وَارْزُقَهُمْ مِنَ الثَّمَرَاتِ. Provide them with fruits. لَعَلَّهُمْ يَشْكُرُونَ. What's the last thing I want you to all go home with? The greatest rizq you can have, the greatest thing Allah can provide you, is a connection to Him. And if you don't have that, you have nothing. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.